Welcome to the screencast of Apache Isis. In this screencast we'll be covering setting up the Eclipse development environment. The prerequisite for this screencast is setting up the command line for development. We'll start out by beginning at the Apache Isis homepage, and we will select the wiki. Under the wiki we'll go to Contributor How-Tos and click Setting Up the Development Environment. If we scroll down and go under the Eclipse section, you'll see what you'll need is Eclipse 3.6 Java Edition, and once we have that we'll set up the initialization file so that we point to the JDK, which is a dependency for the Apache Isis framework, as well as setting up the memory footprint. Following that we'll install subclipse into Eclipse and M2 Eclipse for Maven. So at this point I am going to assume that you have installed Eclipse 3.6 Java Edition. I am using Windows 7. This works as well for the Mac and Linux, just with slightly different paths, and of course the Mac or Linux version of Eclipse 3.6. So what I will do is I'll go under my installation directory for Eclipse and open up the Eclipse INI file. I'll open this with WordPad, and in here the first thing I will want to do is designate the location of my Java JDK executable. In my case it's under Program Files, JDK16, Java W, and this is what will start up Eclipse for me. I will also want to go down here and make sure that I have my maximum memory size set to, in my case I've set it to 1024 meg. The default is 256, and you will want to change that to improve the performance of the development environment. Once that's complete, I'll hit save and close, and then I'll go ahead and start up Eclipse. Now that I have Eclipse started, I want to go under Help and install new software. This is where I'll go ahead and add, and what I'll want to add are two things: my subclipse and M2 Eclipse, so that I can have both Subversion and Maven available within my Eclipse development environment. So to install M2 Eclipse, to add M2 Eclipse, I'll want to type M2 Eclipse, and then the location I'll want to go ahead and designate m2eclipse.sonatype.org/sites/m2e and hit OK. You'll need an internet connection, and it'll go out and come back with the Maven integration for Eclipse. You'll go ahead and select that, hit Next, hit Next again, accept the license agreement, and hit Finish. I'll pause this broadcast until it's finished installing, and then we'll continue on. Once installation is completed, it'll ask you to restart Eclipse, so you go ahead and click Restart Now. Once it's reinstalled, we can go ahead and go under Help and install new software, and we'll go ahead and now install subclipse. So add new, type in subclipse, and the location for subclipse is subclipse.tigris.org/update_1.6.x. We'll hit OK. Go ahead and click Select All. Next. Shows us everything that's going to be installed. Click Next again. Accept the licensing and hit Finish. It'll begin installing. This one does not take quite as long, so I'll go ahead and let it install. As it's installing, you may get this message of unsigned content. That's fine, just hit OK. And then it'll ask you to go ahead and restart now. Once restarted, it'll ask you if you want to go ahead and report your usage. It's up to you. If you want us to provide that to the Eclipse team, Subclipse team, hit OK. And that completes the installation of Subclipse and M2 Eclipse in the Eclipse environment.